Okay, can you hear me? Ginger. Okay, so the ads thing, so like if you run ads, so like being a subscriber, you don't have ads, but Twitch has it set up to where there's things called pre-roll ads. And so like if you weren't a subscriber and you stopped by my stream, if I had pre-roll ads on, you would have to sit through ads before like watching my stream. Hey Nella, how's it going? How was your weekend? My brother Ginger Ninja's here. I was explaining to him about ads on Twitch and like running ads during breaks to have pre-roll turned off. But it's so good to see you. Anyway, Ginger, so the way I have it, so if you like run so many ads every hour, the pre-roll's turned off. I crashed again, so I missed your Friday stream. Oh no, it's no problem. I understand crashing again. I'm starting a little bit later today because we had an impromptu video call with our friends in Seattle. They were wishing us a happy Pride weekend and talking about marching in the Pride Parade last year and how much fun it was. So, but I was like, I've been wanting to continue this game and see what happens. But yeah, and now we're talking about ads. And I just made this big glass of chocolate milk. So, is there no parade in NC? No, I think that there is, but the parade, like the state pride, is in September. And I did see there were like some small kind of pride things happening around here. But it's so hot here that I think they like wait until it's a little bit cooler to have people out like marching and doing stuff. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. But my husband was saying that state pride is in Durham and it's in September. And then I think Asheville, also their pride I think is in September. So I think trying to give people a little bit of a reprieve from being outside, with how toasty it is, you know what I mean? So anyway, was there I don't know if I think September sounds right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's September because I looked into it too. Yeah, September parade would be cool. Yeah. Listen, I'm all about the comfort. Like, unless I'm in a swimming pool and that's like where the pride is, like I don't want to be outside melting away. It just sounds miserable. So damn humid and muggy. Oh my gosh, I know. I was like, okay, this is what we have our air conditioning set to. This is what the temperature outside is like. It's like, maybe I should open the windows. And like, I was doing laundry all day, and it was like, every time I stepped outside, I was like stepping into like an aquarium. It was just so like, Toronto floats should have awnings for shade. That's a really great idea. Anytime you're outside doing stuff, they should have shade. Like, last year when we were marching, I had this huge floppy hat, and I was like, if I'm gonna be outside again for a long time, I'm just gonna take an umbrella to like walk around with and give myself some shade. I'm gonna have an umbrella that has one of those like fans that like clips to the umbrella thing, so I'm gonna be like walking and then the fan's gonna be blowing in my face. Umbrella hats, yes, yep, that's it, that's what we need. I don't know where you'd put the fan though, but I'm into it. The umbrella hats. I think that those exist. I'm pretty sure I've seen something like that. Anyway, Nella, how have you been? You were last playing Yakuza Kiwami. I know I talked with you, was that just last week? And you had finished it. LOL, you can get those fans you wear around your neck. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm all about the comfort now that I'm getting older. Like when I was younger, the Pride stuff in Wichita wasn't very big, but it usually started later at night because it was cooler. But it was still so freaking hot. Leah has one of the neck fans, but she hasn't used it yet, so no review. Okay, once Leah has used it, please let me know, or just bust it out and use it yourself. and tell me how it is. But I'm really, really glad to see you both and chat with you. I vouch for them. Okay, so we've got one yay from Nella about the neck fans. Oh, hey, Devereaux, how's it going? Thank you so much for the Discord check-in. How are you doing? If you feel like talking about how you're doing, you don't have to talk at all if you don't want to. Nothing much. Day just started. Okay. Well, cheers to your Monday. I hope you are having a brilliant morning so far. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. We were just talking about neck fans and umbrella hats and staying cool in the summertime here. So... And I don't know if you've been here I think you've been here before recently when I was playing this game. You were just here a couple days ago. Just popped in to say hello. I got to go. My sister's here for dinner. Nella, have a wonderful dinner with your sister. Enjoy yourself. Have a great rest of your evening. And I will see you on your stream or my stream sometime soon, I know. So, yeah, enjoy dinner. Okay. So everything's a winter wonderland. Have a great stream. Thank you so much. I will. I appreciate it. With how many different branches are in this game, like for the story? Yeah, that's right. I know. I was like, you were just here a couple days ago. If you have any questions, I will try my best to answer them. But with how, like, many different branches you choose, it's hard to keep track of, like, what happened when, and...
Covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
And hopefully the background noise isn't too bad. I have a fan going and some of the windows are open, so hopefully you all can hear me in the game okay, but if not, just let me know and I will do my best to adjust settings. A manhole cover. If it is, I've never seen one like it. Is that like the tubes that we were shooting up through? Oh, Ginger, I was telling you about, like, the bank teller tubes in this game. Maybe you'll get to see them. Wait, we've already gone through here. I don't think I can hear any background sound. Okay, good. I put some filters on this headset microphone to, I guess, filter out the noise. Wait a minute. But I know this microphone, this whole headset's really old, so I'm like, I don't know how great it sounds anyway. If this is the original town, then that means... Oh, 1 second. Oh yes, we need those for travel. What do we need for travel? Oh, the tubes, duh. Oh my gosh. At first I was like, umbrella hats or neck fans for travel. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
So he's been, like, creating a time capsule? What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luka rolled his eyes with realization.
Oh, he's the one that started the fire. No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yup. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But, like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months. Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. This little monster So I buried them under that tree. But when I came back from later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. What's up with her teeth and eye? So they got some toxic waste splashed on them, and it caused part of them to mutate. Yes, monster. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Words to live by. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Oh shit, I forgot it's like Monsanto too. Yeah, there's... So Iggy got splashed because we like headbutted Iggy and he fell into the puddle. So we got a little bit mutated. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Loser. Do I have locate the source? Okay, so I think the source is in the well that Gran was blowing up. We're gonna blow up. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the source. Before I go investigate that, I just want to see if there's anything else I can look at. Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. Oh, Crooked, we got a charm. Yay.
Luka and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. We found the source, I knew it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do we smash a hole? Okay. Interesting. Oh boy. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh heavens, no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional, such as myself, embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Oh geez. Scene change! Oh fiddlesticks. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luka with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't?
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Girl, how are you gonna light that? Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Okay. Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. But that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh boy. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luka.
Just reading something while I got you tabbed. Awesome, thanks to Devereaux. I appreciate it. I hope you're reading something interesting and fun. Audio is on, so I'm listening. Okay, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, shoot.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luka dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow.
Kerr looks like a hyena or something. I think Kerr is a hyena, Jinja. I was talking with someone news about it, and I was like, he's the villain because he's a hyena.
He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luka, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go? Oh my god. Okay, Luka. Wow.
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
You've had a long life. Just let go. Long life? I'll have you know, I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
What is happening? Trum dum dum. Trumpity dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luka's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luka, look at me. It's okay.
Luka felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
Priorities, right? Like, oh, this music. There's some vocals now in this music. You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luka's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no!
Luka felt his hand slipping.
Hey, Aurum, what's up? How's it going? Happy Sunday evening. How was your weekend? How's it crack-lacking? Oh, it's crack-lacking just wonderfully. This kid is about to fall into a hole with the bad guy. This has taken a turn for the dramatic. I was not expecting. It's good. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing really well. It's been a nice, busy, fun weekend. Today, hung out around the house and did laundry and caught up with some friends on FaceTime, crack-a-lacking like an egg, or crack-a-lacking like my back and my neck. So it's a good crack-a-lackin'. And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. Splitgate, that was the game I was watching you and Heather play, I think.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct
This is self-destruct. They're gonna fall down there and it's gonna explode.
May not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
It's your only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs. Oh yeah, I forgot everybody gets called a wackadoo in this game. Wackadoo.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luka, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
What about the game we played? I was looking at when I give you your shout out, and it was Splitgate, and I was like, I watched you play that. I think that was the game you were playing Friday night when I raided in, and you were playing with Heather. I hadn't seen that game before. I think Friday night. It seemed timely. Thank you. Thank you, Jinja. Yes, sir, it was. Okay. It looked like fun. Let me do the right thing for once. I also liked that ghost game y'all were playing. Where, like, one team were ghosts, the other team were, like, hunters. Midnight. I can't remember what that was called. But that was interesting. Luka had no choice but to, like, oh dude, you love that game. Let's refuse his request.
Luka had no choice but to refuse.
Midnight Ghost Hunt on Epic or Steam, I believe. Check it. Yeah, that's what it was. Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face.
Oh no.
That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luka with his eyes one last time, but Luka pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luka. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Okay, so that's one ending.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Okay, so now we're back at our choices tree. Okay, we'll just continue down this one tree branch we're on and do accept. So we're gonna let Iggy and Mr. Kerr fall into the hole. Maybe they'll survive. Maybe it's like a pool down there.
Choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luka watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void.
Oh, so you get to see different choices. Yeah. So when as you're playing this game, you collect these different things called charms, which have different words on them. And you can use those charms in throughout the story to like affect the choices. So it's kind of like Until Dawn, except you can immediately go back and make different choices at any time if you have like other words to choose from, if that makes sense.
As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Uh-oh. Good. Bye.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Oh. How did he shoot those fireworks off? Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Was that Kato? Oh no, not Kato. Luka, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Oh boy. Curious. Oh hey, someone news, how are you? I was just talking about you. A study date can be a fruit that grant you knowledge of the study. Anyway, howdy, my night's been great. What about you? It's been going really well, thank you. I just started streaming not that long ago. I was a little bit later than I usually do because some of our friends in Seattle video called us, so we were video catching up for an hour and a half or so. But I'm glad to see you. I hope you've had a great weekend. I love the picture of your cat, Tyson. That is so cute. They were in his pocket, maybe the heat of them crashing or something. Yeah, maybe. That makes sense. I was like imagining though, like if you're like falling and there's like wind, it would be hard to whatever. I don't know why I'm trying to make sense out of this story. Curious. Were you talking about my cat earlier? No, I was no, I only talked about your cat with you. I was trying to remember what all I said. I think you had made a comment about something in the game. I'm trying to remember what it was. But something that we had talked about that happened in the game that you had commented on. Jinja, I think, and I were talking about it too. And I can't believe my brain just is like, shoop. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Honey! I'll figure it out in the VOD. Thanks, someone news, yes. How are you, honey? So good to see you. I was just saying I'm a little bit later starting, because some friends from Seattle called and we were having an impromptu video FaceTime catch up. So it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. You were most recently playing I saw you playing the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. That is another game that I've been like tracking on Twitter that looks really awesome. Guess what I'm eating? Are you eating a cupcake, honey? I'm guessing a cupcake. A sandwich? That's a great guess. Sandwiches are always like, you can have peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and honey. You could have sandwiches with meat and cheese, avocado. It was very cool. First mature game I've streamed. Awesome. Yellow is my favorite too. It's so nice. Oh my god, Runner, no. Popcorn and M&Ms. You're having popcorn and... You're trying the popcorn and Reese's Pieces? How are you liking it? Ah, I'm so happy you're having that snack. That sounds amazing. I'm having some chocolate milk. It's not the same as Reese's Pieces and popcorn. But it's got that delicious chocolatey sweetness in it. So, yes, because of your recommendation, I went and got it. It sounded yummy. Oh, that's so awesome. Like I said, I hope you are enjoying it. Chocolate milk sounds yummy. Yeah, I love chocolate milk, so... whenever I remember, like, I have chocolate syrup in the fridge, and I was like, I should probably use this up before it goes bad. So, made some chocolate milk, have my waters, like usual. A good snack that I recommend is JoJo's. I don't think I've had JoJo's, someone news. I'm adding it to my list of things to look up after stream. It's good. It's a little salty and savory with a dash of sweet combo. Yeah, I guess, because like the peanut butter is a little bit salty, and then you have the popcorn. Basically, they're like these potato wedges, and they're fried, and they're so good. You can also just call me News. Okay, I'm gonna call you News. News. So if I call you someone News, I'm sorry. I feel like that's what I've been saying forever. My cat is a fiend for popcorn, though, so he's aggressively trying to obtain some. We have to lock one of our cats up whenever we have dinner, honey. Because he will attack, like, for food. He also loves Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And not like we fed them to him. Like, he ran up to our friend, batted it out of her hand, and gobbled it up. You don't have to apologize. This is a simple mistake, and I understand. Okay, great. I appreciate that news. It's so weird to say just news now. Popcorn and hummus, crazy things for him to be obsessed over, something with the smell. Really? Okay. I don't think our cats have tried hummus. Like I said, I'm not feeding my cats table food, but one of them, Jumbles, is just aggressive toward any kind of food. So he gets locked up in the guest bedroom while we eat dinner because you can't eat in peace with him. But hummus is bad for cats. Oh, okay. I really have to watch it. I did not know that about hummus. I always assume most things are bad for cats. Except, you know, like things that they could maybe normally get to. Like one of our cats really likes spinach. And I've looked that up and spinach is okay. But he gets like a little piece of it when I'm making salad or something. They also both really like, I think cantaloupe? Cats can actually eat popcorn, just make sure the popcorn is completely plain. I gotcha. I bet that means they could have could they have regular corn too? Now I'm gonna be stuck with these deep thoughts about cats eating corn. We are corn. Oh, honey, thank you so much for reminding me. Well, your name reminded me, but this is a snap pea from the garden. The way I'm holding it up to the light, I can see like all the peas through the light, but I don't think you guys can see that. But this is one of the snap peas that I picked from the garden today. They are delicious. So thank you for that awesome recommendation to show something that we picked from the garden today on stream. So that was my treasure that I had set aside after watching you earlier and putting it in here. Oh yeah, your cat can eat corn. It's actually pretty common in pet food. Okay, that makes sense. I guess corn is like a huge crop everywhere. Wow, I'm so glad you are sharing. Yeah, it was I wouldn't give plain corn because it can cause digestive issues like human. Okay. Oh yeah, I was wondering that because, well, I don't want to go into about corn digestion, but we're gonna blend up some corn and make a corn smoothie. Not really, that sounds terrible. Anyway. So, honey, I think you said you've watched somebody play this game, or you've seen parts of this game before. If you have any questions, or anybody else here in chat, if you have any questions about the story, let me know and I'll do my best to answer your questions. The story, you can choose, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, so it's a little bit hard to keep track of for me even, and I'm the one who's been playing it, but, and I'm also kind of surprised at, like, some of the dramatic stuff that happens in this game. It got a little bit darker than I was anticipating, not in a bad way. I just was kind of like, whoa.
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Uncut Gems. Can you do a quick previously on where you're at in the story? Sure, let me do my best, honey. So Luka and his friends live in this town. There's this company and there's an old fertilizer plant. Something was going on at the fertilizer plant. There's some like toxic waste dumping, and this toxic waste can cause mutations and it freezes things. And Luka discovers that his grandma is like possibly working some kind of like counter intelligence to this other company, and they've been, I think, mining something that they call the source, and she was going to blow it up. And so in one of these timelines, we are now like in an eternal winter because I think something got blown up, and so it's kind of like a Fallout type thing situation from what I can tell. We're just a normal little 12-year-old kid, Luka. Luka's dad died when he was younger, and then his mom has disappeared. I'm wondering if his mom is like running this new company, or what's going on with her, or if she's like, I have no idea. But so Luka's the one on the left. I'm calling him a reindeer. And then I can't remember the character on the right's name right now. They are very new. But Luka has a friend named Rolo who looks kind of like a big tiger kitty. And then there was a new kid in town, and her name is Beck. We haven't seen Beck. And what just happened in this timeline is we came to this hole which has the source. We don't for sure know what the source is. And Iggy, this kid who bullied us, fell into the hole with the leader of kind of like the bad guys, or what we think are the bad guys, and blew it up, and then this ice formed. So we're really trying, I guess, to uncover what the source is, what perennial harvest this new company has been doing. Is our grandma really our grandma? Where our mom is, like, there's just a lot of drama. It's drama. Lots and lots of drama. So that's kind of where we are. And like I said, when we get out of this scene, I'll show you the book, all the basic questions a 12-year-old has to grapple with, right? Like, this poor kid is going to need lots of industrial strength therapy after this. All these kids will. And like, you know, kind of starts out, you're like in this cute little small town, there's going to be this festival, and you're like, oh, this is cute. It's like giving me some Stardew Valley vibes. You know, puberty, and is your grandma really your grandma? Right, right. So she has, like, the grandma has a secret room, or like office, beneath the house that we live in with her. And she had some like explosive barrels down there. We're trying to figure out who's in cahoots with the bad guys. It's a lot. So hopefully that helped explain it. I think that was almost everything. Like I said, it's hard to keep track of all the different branches that happen. But yeah, that's where we are. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. You're very welcome. Thank you for asking, because it helps me remember too. Like I said, I hope to remember this character on the right's name soon, for a little while anyway. How? Tempus liquimine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. News, thank you so much for that. Yellow foot? The footnotes. Oh, I think ads are starting. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. It's my second favorite default emote. I've never seen that one before, News. That one's cool. There's one, I think there's a what default emote that cracks me up, and then a shush one I like too. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. Yes, I love that shush one. I don't know why. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Yeah, there would have been like, everybody gets frozen over. We've seen that happen a few times. Like the whole, everybody just freezes. Like it was Elsa or Sub-Zero came by and froze everybody and everything. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Who? Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Nat. Okay, so this is Nat. Luka Van Horn. You are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luka followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in...
To be continued. I don't know, this seems to be put a lot of responsibility on a 12-year-old. That's what I'm saying, News. Like, that's too much. Like, this poor kid. All these poor kids.
Beacon pines, pines harder.
Beacon pines, pines harder.
Revenge served cold.
Why are some of the text glowing?
Second time's a charm?
So we have to use a different charm?
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Gonna lurk, forget. Awesome, thanks honey. Enjoy your lurk. I will fill you in on any more story questions you might have. Or try to. If you have any. Where? Okay, so I haven't done... By the way, the news represents plural of new, not news broadcast. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, news. I guess I thought of it always being plural of new and not news because it has someone in front of it. Like, hey, there's someone new here. And you just had someone news. But I guess there could always also be like news about someone in particular. But thank you for the clarification. Okay, so this looks like the only other charm I have to go to is fire and ice again. Okay. We'll try humming.
Stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luka had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luka had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
You know what? I could be cool. I could have dual meaning. You could have dual meaning. No, nobody would be any the wiser.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely.
I don't know why, but that makes me think of Duality by Slipknot. I don't think I know that song. I know who Slipknot is.
As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation.
Why is this game trying to be like a Pixar movie and make me cry?
The incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luka was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
This is giving me the how the Grinch Stole Christmas vibes. The snow and the singing. Am I supposed to get up?
Luka lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
Where are you, Christmas? I was thinking of the da boo da 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 da. How do you know? I am so sorry, my little buckaroo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Gran is actually our mom, isn't she? Hold on. Because she got mutated. She got aged by the toxic waste. Just earlier is an example of my obsession with dual meaning. A study date is a time of which the study or a fruit of the study. Oh, okay, I get it now. Study date. You can study a date, or you can meet up to study. Yeah, study date. Buckaroo. The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luka blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
Oh wow, okay.
Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom! Oh.
Luka sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
I know, this game's gonna make me cry. Eleanor? I thought you were gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luka, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luka. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luka, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luka. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luka gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Okay, I did not solve that one. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know.
The devil you know.
7 months ago,
Oh boy, are we getting... This is like a previously on.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers.
Ah, okay, think. Are those just some cool symbols? It almost looks like a face right there. News. I'm still getting used to saying news.
They were experiment reports on something called Tempest liquamen.
The more I do it, it's meant to be a face. Okay, I thought it was a face with some scraggly hairs on the side.
There were dozens of them.
I was like, that's like my hair.
One stamp failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching.
Tempest Liquid Mine. So...
She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod.
Oh, she got into the pod.
Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And it aged her. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? Oh, excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. Monster. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd, and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. I love the little faces. They're so fun to make. You're really good at making those faces, News. I like the little glasses and the hair. Oh, I know how. Okay, hold on. I know one face to make. I learned from an old coworker. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... Oh, kitty. I gotta get ready for bed. Have fun. Thanks so much for being here, Ginger. I hope you sleep well. Sweet dreams. I will talk to you tomorrow. Aw, I love that one. That's like a little Kirby giving a hug. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? Thank you for showing me these faces, y'all. I love these. I also have my rats. Oh, that's so cute too. Those are so cool. Thank you for expanding my horizon of what I can do in chat. You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Sheep. Oh. Well, sheeps are cute too. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. Ooh, fighting words. Everybody in the town is just like staring absent-mindedly. And that guy, the little pig guy, is still sleeping. Up in the right-hand corner, or like the right-hand side of the screen. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed. Oh my god, this is Sharper Valentine and he's been de-aged, hasn't he? Maybe?
on Joseph Nuncreed's face. ...
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
A bear wants a hug. Hug to the bear! That's adorable. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
These people need hugs after all of this dramatique.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine. I knew it!
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Ew.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Achievement unlocked, you called it. Oh, well, after the reveal of Gran being the mom, and I was thinking of like who the founder would be, and all this business about Sharper Valentine, it started to fall into place for me. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. The Sharper Valentine Festival? Okay. Ha! Wonderful!
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard! Malice. Ooh, that's a scary Luka face. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward! So they just let the Grand go. She should hit him with her cane. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You were clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But I Silence, Augustus, an adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense, the people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter, cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. Help the bear get his honey. I'm pushing the honey and the bear together. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Oh, Dawn's gotta get the scoop. She's so cute, I love her. Ha! You think that puffed-up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride.
Oh, honey, I didn't even think about that. Yes, you're right here. Hopefully you're not afraid of bears. Cute little emote bears.
He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire at your service. Okay, so news. The hyena isn't... Okay, the hyena is bad, but he's not like the ultimate villain. He's just an actor. He was just playing bad. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. I want to see the hyena get betrayed and then turn around to be good. Yeah, I know, that'd be a nice story note. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. Excuse me, the choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero. I kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image.
Gunshot, he falls to the ground dead and everyone celebrates the end. Right? Like, that's really all they have to do. Like, he's the only one, besides, I guess, the clipboards, but there aren't that many of them. The other guy's an actor.
The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right?
Yes.
We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing.
So if we kill him when he's in his child form...
Let's see.
Where can I go? Okay, I can go back to here. Before we do that, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and also get some more chocolate milk. So everybody feel free to get up. Obviously do whatever you want at any time, but stretch. Get something to drink if you want. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm also going to run an ad so that way they won't... I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this ad thing, but I'll be back. Oh my god, I get up to go number 1 and Raiders come in. I also got more chocolate milk. Hi, Grizz, how are you? So sorry. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my gosh. You are so kind. How has your day been? Yes, of course, during the ad break. That would be it. That's my luck. Sorry, guys. He's currently on a break. Welcome, Raiders. Yes, thank you guys so much for being welcoming. I appreciate it. Grizz, you're playing more Skyrim. Oh, it's so good to see you. How is your Skyrim going? How has your weekend been? I appreciate the raid so much. That is so thoughtful of you. Also, I liked your tweet about, were those sharks? They're some kind of fish. It was like fools, they're boyfriends. It made me laugh. Anyway. Yes, I just got up to stretch, use the restroom, get more chocolate milk. The sharks. Okay, they were sharks. Yeah, thank you. It made me laugh today when I was scrolling through Twitter, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate the laugh. It was the way he wrote it just cracked me up. They were so cute. They were okay, so my biggest fear are sharks. And like those were like cute to look at. I know that there's like the whale shark, and other stuff, but I actually had a nightmare about Jaws 2, the movie, the other night, so pink is always lovely, great choice. I love pink too. I'm purple. I know, honey, your favorite color is purple. Like, I'm super into like a lavender. Not Jaws 2. Jaws 2. I had a night. Okay, so this is my nightmare. Jaws 2 was like playing on a giant TV, and I was so scared that I was like trying to like turn it off without looking at the screen. That was my nightmare. And it was like Jaws kept like popping out of the water and I was like screaming. It was not a pleasant dream. Ooh, lavender, very good. It is very well, I like lavender plants. I love the smell of lavender, but I've kind of been this whole like overlay that I have with the pastel colors. I love a good pastel, but I also super love like a brilliant Barbie pink. Like personally, like I don't wear a lot of orange or yellow or red. But like purples, blues, my eyes are blue, so I like to wear the blue. I feel you. I remember I had to sit through the first Scream movie, and after that garage scene, I was too traumatized to go into garage for like 6 years. Oh my god, Grizz. So Scream is one of my most favorite movies ever. I was not allowed to see it when it came out. I had to go to like my friend's house that we could watch like all the bad movies at. But every time I think about that garage scene, I'm like, can garages really lift people? Like, I don't know. My little brain was like, is this like, can this really happen? Will you be going to see the Barbie movie? Honey, I am going to go see the Barbie movie. My brother was in here earlier, Jinja Ninja, and so I showed him the trailer for it yesterday. He hadn't seen it because I was like, I want to go see the Barbie movie. If the motor is strong enough. So that garage at that like house in Scream had like a Hemi motor. It was like, I can lift anything, including a human being. Anybody else planning on going to see the Barbie movie? I feel like my childhood fear was a lot more stupid. Basically, I was afraid of Purple Guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. The thought of him being a child murderer as I'm a child was it scary. I don't know too much about Five Nights at Freddy's. I love that there's lore in it, news, but I'm gonna have to like look up the Purple Guy. Let me write that down for my notes. You know, I always take notes during these streams. I say that every time. And today's color is a nice emerald green. You want to see it too, Grizz? Awesome. I will be going. I love everything Greta Gerwig touches. Oh, so I don't know if I've seen her other movies. I haven't seen, I think, Lady Bird, I think was one I most know that she's done. But, I haven't, the last movie I went to see in the theater was the new Scream movie, actually. So it's been a while since I've been to the movies. I haven't seen Little Women either. I've never seen any adaptation of Little Women. I just know that there's sisters. I haven't read the book. Surprisingly, that is a book I have not read. But I would like to see the movie because I think it's a really good cast from what I am picturing in my head. Everything in my head is like so much better sometimes than it is in real life. Like, I'd be the type of person who'd be like, okay, I'm coming, like, if I was making plans with friends, I'd be like, I'll be there in, like, 10 minutes, and then, like, 30 minutes later, I'd show up, because, like, the traffic took me so long. I don't know about you all, but I'm always like, I think I can get all this stuff done. And I'm like, this took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Like, today, when I was out picking stuff in the garden, and laundry and stuff, I'm like, this is longer. LOL, her adaptation is so good. Louisa Gay Alcott, the author of the book, is allegedly a lesbian, and the movie reflects that with one of the characters, in my opinion. Oh, that is a nice depth level that I don't think I would have picked up on. Her name is Louisa May Alcott? Yeah. Right? Wait, is that really the author? Not Louisa Gay, I'm dead. I thought you were making a joke, honey. Oh my god. So we have the sharks that are boyfriends. We have Louisa Gay Alcott. Happy Pride, everybody. Happy Pride. I used one of these glasses the other night, but my friend sent these Pride, I don't know what you call pint glasses to us, but it says Proud to Love, and it's got these rainbow flowers. It's from a brewery in Houston. We saw these glasses at a little gay bar in Asheville, North Carolina, and we loved them so much, so she sent us some and sent some to my brother and his wife too. As I just ramble on about my cups. Yes, sure, I was making a joke, not a Freudian slip. I once met a girl named Abby Gay. She was pretty cool. I was trying to remember if I went to school with anybody who had the last name Gay. I don't think so. Oh, but you know what? Some people in this area, their last name is... I can't remember if it's... I don't want to offend anybody, but this is someone's last name here in North Carolina. It was like Raper without a D in front of it. And I was like, why? Why is that your last name? I was just surprised. Like, there's like a street sign with their name on it. like, I was like, oh, my last name, like, my name's sometimes, like, not hard to pronounce, but I don't run into many that is surprising. That's what I thought too, honey. I was just like, oh, wow. You know, out here, there's a lot of, like, Smiths, Averys, like, it's very normal-ish sounding last names, and then there's that one. And I guess my husband went to school with, like, one of his descendants. Yeah. He said that the guy that he went to school with, he was kind of not nice anyway, but people, you know, I don't know if they just picked on him for his last name. Like, they made jokes about it. It's like, he didn't really get to choose that, but personally, I feel like when I was older, like, and I could change my name, I'd be like, let's change our last name. How about that? Like, you can just change one letter, and it's... You could change, not the last, you could change, like... You could make it Caper. Kids can be such bullies, I know. And that's the thing, like, when you're kids, you pick up on everything. Like, what makes the other person different that I can pick on them about? Rapier, like the sword. Yeah, that would be a cool one. Rapier. Or Caper. You change the first letter to a C, and it could be like a cape, you know, a fun little crime caper. Caped Crusader. Or like capers that you put in, like, with smoked salmon and cream cheese. Or in chicken piccata. Let me bring it back to food. You know, that's my love and joy. Paper, and they can all become journalists or newsboys. Oh, yes. Have you ever seen the musical, honey, since we were talking about theater, Newsies? I didn't realize that Newsies started out as the movie, and then they made it into a musical. I saw the movie a while back, and it was not my favorite, but I enjoyed it, you know, for what it was. There was another musical I was going to ask you about if you've seen, and I was like, I don't know if honey's gonna pop up in the chat because I know you were lurking, and I'm like, I should have written it down, to racking my head trying to figure out what I wanted to ask you. It was a musical. Anybody else want to talk about musicals? Musicals and food. Oh, honey, I know what it was. Have you seen Rent? Do you like the guy who didn't like musicals, the musical? I don't think I've seen that news. I haven't even heard of that. I to be honest, I don't know as that many musicals, though. But I was thinking of the musical Rent, and when I was a freshman in college, the movie... Okay, I've fallen asleep every time I've seen the movie, but I enjoy all the music. Okay, so that's fair. It's a long movie. I've never seen the stage musical. I have not seen the stage musical either, honey. I've only seen the movie. But I was thinking about how there's this song, and it's sung by Angel, who's, like, you know, one of the beloved characters. And I don't want to spoil anything about, like, what happens in the musical or the movie. But Angel, and this is at the beginning of the movie, and I'm sure the stage play, but Angel sings about killing a dog. And I, like... Last week I was mowing and doing yard work, and it takes forever to do the yard work out here. But I kept thinking, I was like, wait, Angel kills a dog. Like, it just completely changed my view of the character, because I was like, I can't get past this with you. I guess when I first saw the movie, I was like glossing over that, but then I was like thinking about the lyrics, and I was like, Angel killed a dog. So many will you light my candle, belting duets with my friends. Yeah, that's such a good... I loved singing that song when I was 19. When Mimi's like, I'm 19, but I'm old for my age. Yeah, I used to sing that to my ex-boyfriend all the time, and he was like, please stop. He was also an opera major, so he was like, musical theater, eh. No, he wasn't like that bad, but yeah. Wow, yes, that is red flag. Right? Red flag. Like, I'm sorry, you're murdering animals? Like, no. I would not hang out with you if you... No, like... And the thing is, like, the dog didn't even attack Angel, or, like, it wasn't like a self-defense situation. Like, someone hired Angel to get rid of this dog, and Angel did it, and I was like, If one of my friends told me that, I'd be like, we're taking you to the police. It is so fun to sing age-related lyrics when you are that age. Like, I am too old for Lord. Oh, yeah. And also, I don't know if you remember Blink 182. Nobody likes you when you're 23. But thank you, Mitski, for being in your 30s. I'm thinking of the Mitski song. Do without. I think it's Mitski. I don't. I haven't listened to that song for a while, but I love that tune. You don't see me, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's Mitski. I can't think of the lyrics, but I'm looking at my phone now to hold on a second. I have to look this up. Like, we all have this ability to like look at things, and what did I do before I could do this? I went to my Encyclopedia Britannica collection. You don't see me. Francis Forever. It's Francis Forever. That's the Mitski song that I like know the most, and ooh, I love that one. I want to say that I found Mitski because of Adventure Time, which I watched. I was like, I need to rewatch this show. I loved this show. And I feel like it was Adventure Time that led me to Mitski. But yeah, Adventure Time, loved that show. I watched it while I worked from home, so I wasn't like super paying attention to it towards like the end when there's like a lot of stuff that happens, but that was such, to me, an impressive like cartoon. I had to look up a bunch of words when I was playing the Cosmic Wheel games. I used great vocab. Oh, I love that. I usually read like, analog books. I do appreciate when I'm reading on Kindle and you can just like tap on the word and it pulls up the definition for you. Yeah, I'm also the type of person, well, it's more so I read a lot of like psychology and spirituality books, and I underline things, I like write notes in the margins. Or if there's like a brilliant to me passage in a book, I'll highlight that too. I listen to audiobooks, so I kind of avoid that problem. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I love psychology and spirituality books. I do too. Like I told you, I got my degree in psychology, and in 2017, yeah, it was 2017, I kind of had a meltdown with like my work, like we all maybe sometimes do. Anyway, and I got into like started meditating, like just kind of trying to figure some other things out, of other ways of like engaging with myself and my life. And I love Tara Brach. I don't know if you have read any books by her. Her True Refuge book is one of my most favorites. What is another one? I could talk about. You love Tara Brach too. That's so awesome. I listen to her podcast. I've read True Refuge. I haven't read her other books. I use the Insight Timer app. I listen to her meditation podcast almost that is so, it's like we were brought together, honey. That's so cool. I haven't yet met anybody else who, like you, Tara Brach. I'm usually the person that's like, oh, if you want. I also am the type of person that like recommends things to like my friends and people I talk to, because I'm like, if you're interested in this, check out this book. And if you don't want to listen to the book, or read the book, check out her podcast. She's very accessible, like a very, just a great soul, I guess. Same, everyone is like, what podcast do you like? I'm like, do you enjoy Buddhist guided meditations? Yes, I do. Tara Brach, and then Sarah Blondin is one of my other favorite meditation guides I've used on the Insight Timer. Her voice is so calming. It is so calming. Yeah, I can, like, I'm getting like happy goosebumps thinking about her voice, Tara Brach's voice right now. Her Vipassana meditation is like, I think the one I've listened to the most. I could see, this is like the stuff I love. I could just gush about that all the time. You might like books by Pema Chodron too. Okay, I'm writing that down. I probably would. Have you read any... Okay, so this is, like, I guess a little bit more spirituality. Richard Rohr. I really like Richard Rohr's books. Jackson, so like one of the first like psych spirituality books I got into was Jackson. I'll have to look at it and let you know sometime. But he, in his book, referenced Tara Brach, and so that's how I found Tara Brach and got into her. So, it's a journey. Life's a journey, and I love talking about books. Ooh, yeah, send me recs. Okay, I will send you some recs, and please feel free to do the same. I will get after my stream. I'm gonna go like look at my bookshelf. It's like I can picture the books, but I'm like so all over the place right now. I appreciate it. I love talking about the stuff and musical theater that I know.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat.
I do the meditations
self-destruct sequence has been activated.
to avoid self-destructing.
This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Thank you, News. Okay, so we're... Whatever I'm doing in this game, I'm going back to change. We're not going to get the to be continued ending. We're going to choose something different. Luka peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luka could sense something eating away at him. There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. Yes, if I did not meditate, I would self-destruct for sure, right? No, I'm 10 times more squeaky. What do you mean more squeaky, News? I feel like y'all are so clever now. I feel like now I'm 10 times more squeaky. Oh, okay. But I feel like you all are so clever, and then I feel like I'm slow like figuring out like what y'all are talking about. But that's how it is with like text communication. You poked me in the face, I'm pretty sure I'll squeak. I didn't mean to poke you in the face.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring.
It's hard too sometimes with the lag between seeing texts and the gameplay. That's true, honey. Like, I also have like a little 3-second delay built in because of country internet out here. Not metaphorically, literally squeaky. I've been squeaking at the most random things for like 30 minutes now. Oh, okay. Cheers to squeaking. I'm glad if there's anything I can do to help or let me know.
Luka felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luka to get out of there.
I just want this to all be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rolo at the treehouse.
Luka twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luka, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Well, he technically works for the bad guy, so let's not. Excuse me. Wait at the treehouse in case we're okay. Do you know what stimming is? It can be sometimes making different sounds or physical things people can do to meet their sensory needs, so that's why I'm curious. I don't know that much about it, honey. That's something I should look up. I do remember going onto someone's stream and they had like a something that they squeezed to kind of help with from what I understood, it was when they were feeling overwhelmed. A lot of times folks with ADHD and autism will stim. I learned a lot about it when I was a teacher. Oh, okay. That is really helpful to learn. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Suba Soribe. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you, I appreciate that. I hope your Sunday evening or morning or day is going really well. I appreciate you being here. I normally squeak when I feel flustered. Actually, both of those, I might have to look it up. He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice. Mama always told me my problems would look smaller once I grew up. You got it. I'm pretty sure I came with the Grizz raid. I'm dying at the LimeWire points. Oh, okay. Thank you. I've been going for this whole kind of 90s, early 2000s retro aesthetic, and the LimeWire stuff made me laugh because I used LimeWire. I got music from LimeWire. I downloaded Queer as Folk episodes through LimeWire. So just the LimeWire, yeah, it made me laugh. So thank you so much for being here. I'm so thankful to have met Grizz and that Grizz rated in. If you have any questions about the game or about myself, my name's Charles, or Char, or Runner. I play a variety of games. I'm new to streaming, and yeah, I moved across the country not that long ago, and have been on Twitch kind of to make friends or, make acquaintances, people I like to spend my time with and hang out with. So I thankfully have been finding some really, really awesome people here. You should, if you have any questions, I would do my best to answer. Thank you very much for the help. Aw. Runner streams are super chill and welcoming places. Well, thank you, honey. That's what I enjoy about, like, when I catch other streamers is, I watch people who have, like, sometimes chaotic streams and, like, chill streams, and I don't know, like, I try to watch somebody for, like, 10 minutes and engage with them and get to know them a bit. So we have a great crowd and variety of people, and I appreciate everybody's kindness to each other and to me. Like, it's so easy to be a douche or rude on the internet, but it's also easy to be nice and help people and be kind. So, oh, now I understand why I like to clap my hands when I get excited. Okay. Yes, my friend does the same, like wiggles when she gets excited. Mama always told me my problems look smaller once I grew up, but my problems always seem to grow right along with me. Heavens, I sense big trouble ahead. So this lady is, like, somehow, like, psychically figuring out what's happening in this world before we do. Oh, that was my husband. I saw somebody moving and I thought it was outside, but his reflection in the window, I was like, oh my god. There's someone outside my house. Thankfully, it's not. Ghost. Like that little... What was that game? It was Little Ghosties? The game you were playing with the ghost and you were, like, floating through the floor. You liked that one, right? Love Ghosty. Okay. Yeah. Such a cute one. I want to try that one. That was probably my fave. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought that one was your fave. Writing that down. I have, I got some new demos. I'm trying to make it through this game before I play something else. Okay, it's ads, so I can't hear, but I'll be back after. You know, now I'm thinking about like how to, when I run ads, I'm like, what if, because I usually take a break every hour, and what if I just ran all my ads while I'm on break? Maybe that's the way to do it. And then of course when I'm on break is when raiders come in. So, Suba, is it okay if I call you Suba? I don't know how I have mine set up. So to be honest, I used the recommended setup that Twitch has. It's like, use the recommended schedule. And so that's what I've been doing, but now I'm like, of course my IRL name is Chris if you prefer. Okay. Chris. Suba. I might call you just, yeah, I might call you Suba. Thank you so much for being so kind, and but so okay, ads over. Okay, honey, I was just talking about how I want to figure out setting up ads, because it's like, it's whichever you prefer. This game looks cozy, so cozy so far. It really is. So a little backstory about this game. I backed this game on Kickstarter. I have had it in my Switch. I'm streaming it through Switch. I've had it for a while, and I was like, I need to go play these games that I have collected over the years. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. It has a little bit more of a dark undertone. Like there's some stuff going on, but you can, like, if you hit an ending, you can go back and change like a word. Like you collect, this will make more sense if you collect these things called charms, and you can plug them into your story. So like each word is different and it changes what happens. So, oh, I have a IRL nickname, Ali. The I is silent. So Al. It feels cozy. The story is a bit intense. Pronounced like Al. Yeah, like Al. Yeah, the story does get, that is such a cool game mechanic. Yeah, it is really cool. I was laughing that there's one called Shit. Like everything's so like easy and like kind of easygoing, and then you have this poop emoji. But so this is kind of the mechanics. You can go back and see like different branches in the story, and you can see like what charms you can use, and if there's a check mark by it, that means you've used that charm to its like maximum effect. So that's how that works. So right now we used Malice, and so we're going to get to the end of this branch and see what happens. But that's how the story changes. Yeah, Suba, what do you stream? I think you stream because we were talking about having ads set up. But if you don't mind telling us a little bit about yourself, if you want to, or what, just you can just let us know what you play. So whatever you feel comfortable with. I have a habit of just like asking 1,000 questions of everybody that comes into chat. These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. I do, I'm so inconsistent. I mostly stream the Bayonetta games. Once a week, I like to watch food videos on stream too. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm from Canada. Awesome, thank you so much for that. I have not gotten into the Bayonetta games. They are games I would like to play. I don't know why I haven't dipped my toe in yet. You can ask anything of me. I feel irrationally happy right now. Yeah, thank you for sharing, both of you. I finally made it to Canada for my first time last year. I lived in Seattle until this last fall, but we went to Vancouver, and then we also went to Victoria. So that's the only parts of Canada I've been to. It's the west coast, but I would really like to go back to both of the places, actually. I'm listening. You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
I visited Toronto. It was cool. Nice. I'm from Ottawa. I'm going to Toronto this weekend. Awesome. I'm pretty sure Nella, who was in here earlier, she's another streamer, and I think she's in Toronto, or around the area. We were talking about foods and stuff. My boss just took a vacation and took like a train that had a glass top or something across Canada. Honey, that sounds amazing. I've been obsessed with like a glass top vehicle ever since the first Jurassic Park. And they have those Explorers with like the bubble top. Those are so cool. Like obviously it'd be nice if you could have something block out the sunshine, but I guess you could put like tinting on it so it like blocks out the rays. Oh, I see on your profile you're also streamed Power Wash Simulator. I've never played, but it looks so fun. Did you like it? Yeah, did you like it? Because I watched people play that and it's very soothing and calming to watch. It looks very satisfying, right? Like, just cleaning up everything so gently, so peacefully. I'm pretty sure I saw someone power wash Croft Manor from like Tomb Raider. And I was like, maybe I need to get in on this game. Maybe this is the ticket. I'm gonna power wash Lara Croft's mansion. Oops, what just happened? Can I zoom the camera in? Oh, I guess it's because I was behind those boxes. Oh my god, I love Power Wash Simulator. I won it so randomly in another stream. It's so fun and relaxing. That's awesome that you won Power Wash Simulator. I'm kind of feeling some jealousy. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Medwell. I've been waiting for it to go on sale sometime. I try to be on a budget. I'm the same way. Yeah. And then Steam's like, hey, this game that you like on your wish list is on sale. And I'm like, I still gotta wait. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. So this person, Nellie, that's trying to get in, she is one of the parents of our new friend Beck, who's a black cat. I can't remember if we've met her in this timeline or not. But she and her wife just moved to this town with their daughter Beck, and she's a scientist, and her wife works as a personal assistant to like the Valentine family, I think, something like that. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. That sounds very culty. Wow. You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junkin', Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junkin'? I might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Bah, ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I'd better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Yeah, so anybody, if you have questions about the story or the characters, I will do my best to answer them. It is kind of mind-bending with all the going back and choosing different options. But I obviously, if you're here, I want you to enjoy yourself. And I like, if I haven't seen the game before, I usually ask a lot of questions. Even Fortnite, I was like, who can you play as in Fortnite? And I found out you can be characters from the Resident Evil games. You can be Lara Croft. I still have not played Fortnite. But I'm slightly more... Oh, I have to wait at the treehouse. Oopsie doodles. Oopsie doodles, oopsie doodles. Oh my god, right? And Ryu and Ariana Grande. Yes! Ariana Grande. Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate, Devereaux. I still have my chocolate milk. I'm only going to go 2 glasses of chocolate milk tonight. Lara Croft a theme I see. Okay, so honey, a little bit... I got Tomb Raider Gold on our family computer when I was in 8th grade. So I got it like after it had come out, like a few years after that. Posture check. Thank you, News. I appreciate that. Can't get crazy with 3 glasses of chocolate milk. No, I can't. trying to rein in my chocolate milk madness. Anyway, I had Tomb Raider Gold, and then the first Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie with Angelina Jolie came out. I was obsessed. I loved the soundtrack, so I would put on the Tomb Raider soundtrack and listen to Elevation by U2 while I would play Tomb Raider Gold, which I don't know if anybody else has played like the older Tomb Raider games, but they are like horror games because you're just like bopping around and then all of a sudden like you get charged by like 3 gorillas that are like going to beat the crap out of you. And I'm like screaming and backflipping while my little soundtrack is playing. Ooh, would you ever stream it? That's a great question, honey. I don't know if I could. I'm sure I could get them to play. I want to say that I could get them to play, to like stream. Like, and by that I mean that they would work without crashing. My brother and I got Titanic Adventure Out of Time, which was one of our favorite like point and clicks. It's on Steam, and it crashes. Like I can't. Like there's so much rigmarole to try to get it to work. It was frustrating, and I was afraid like the old Tomb Raider games would be like that. But I could see what I would do. But to be honest, I had to use a walkthrough to finish Tomb Raider because I was like, how did people do this? Angelina Jolie's Lara Croft, amazing, right? Like, it was a moment. It was like a iconic moment in my life. So like, other iconic movies of my life at the time: Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu, one of my all-time favorite movies. And when my husband and I met, we both found out that we loved the Charlie's Angels movies, and so we could quote them along to each other when we'd watch them together. Charlie's Angels, Tomb Raider, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like these are... Brittany. Ugh, I feel that I tried to get Detective Barbie to play for nostalgia and failed. Oh, honey, I'm sorry to hear that. I know there's another streamer I follow, and he was talking about trying to get... I can't remember if it was one of the Nancy Drew games, but it was like it was just like a huge hurdle to get it. Oh my god, I loved the Buffy movie and show. I barely remember the show more than the movie. So yeah, Suba, I saw the movie when I was a young kid, loved it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, they made Buffy into a show. So Buffy is my all-time favorite TV show. I think it might have been our 3rd year together for Valentine's Day. My husband he handmade Buffyopoly. So it's Monopoly, but Buffy themed. He like sculpted all the little, instead of like, what are they, houses and mansions in Monopoly, he made like tombstones and crypts. And all of the cards are like Buffy themed things. He got an actual Monopoly board, stripped it, and then made this like whole board of like Sunnydale with like Spike's Crypt and the Bronze and the Magic Box and Sunnydale. Like, it was a labor of love. So I have the world's only edition of Buffyopoly tucked away in my closet. We've played it a couple times. To be honest, Monopoly's not one of my most favorite games. Actually, I don't really know too many people who are like, I love Monopoly. Like, it's one of those things that you play. Like, we play it to like look at the cards and like look at the little spaces, not because of like the awesome gameplay, right? So cute. Yeah, it was so cute. But so Buffy is my dream. Like, it's my favorite thing. I actually have some Buffy books in front of me right now. They're holding up my monitor. I read all the comics. Like, after the TV show ended, they kept the series going through comics. Scooby-Doo, the live action movies. I actually have a Daphne doll. It's Barbie as Daphne from Scooby-Doo with Scooby-Doo, a little stuffed Scooby-Doo. I've been like trying to figure out like how I could set her up behind me during stream, because I also have Mulder and Scully from the X-Files. Barbie and Ken as Mulder and Scully. Loved live action Scooby-Doo. I did too. So I do have like this little thing I can show you. This mouse pad is based on Daphne's purse design from the first Scooby-Doo, one of her purses that she has. So that is my mouse pad. The other mouse pad I ordered was Blanche from Golden Girls. It's a quote by her and her face on it. So little things about me. So thank you for coming to my show and tell. Did I need this mouse pad? No. Actually, I needed a mouse pad, but I was like, if I'm going to get one, I want it to be special. Do you know what I'd been using as a mouse pad? I'd been using like the cardboard of a yellow legal pad that I ripped off and was using that as a mouse pad. So it's so fun to nerd out. We support it. Well, thank you. Thank you for being subjected to my nerdiness. I love it. I don't know. When I watch streamers, I love getting to know them and their personalities, because it's like the more you talk to people, the more you find out you have in common than anything. Even if it's like one little sliver of something in common. But yeah, I have won a Buffy trivia game. There's a group called Geeks Who Drink. I think they might be a national thing, but they had a Buffy themed trivia one night and we won. Disney's Seen It. I stomp at that. Every streamer's personality is so unique. It's so fun to see. That's it. I was like, I've been going out and trying to find like different streamers to watch and engage with, and is their food empty? My husband just brought the cats into this area. What's wrong? Oh. Apparently there's a skunk outside and our cats were like screaming at it. So they can't get attacked by the skunk, but the skunk could like spray at the house and we have the windows open. So this is the hazards of living in the country. Skunks. I did see a cute little deer down in the pasture today, this evening. I ran out there and this deer was just like standing there, and then I was like, oh, hi, baby. And then it bent down to eat some grass, and then it ran off into the woods. Living my Snow White, my Disney princess life. Rolo? So Rolo is our friend that got captured by the bad guys, we think. This is good to know. I've been thinking about moving to a more rural area. So I can't remember if I told you, we moved to this area because my husband's parents... Oh my god, Chris, thank you so much for the raid. How is it going? Oh my gosh, 2 raids in one night, and I'm not on a break? Hey, thank you. How is your stream? How are you doing? I appreciate it. It's so good to see you. Gotta think through all the consequences of my actions. Hey, if you have any questions about rural living, I will do whatever I can to answer your questions. But Chris, thank you so much for the raid, and welcome in, raiders. I was just chatting about living in the country, and our cats were like screaming at the window. Apparently there's a skunk wandering around near the window, or near the door. We're talking about food, musicals, TV shows we grew up with. My name's Charles, or Char, or Runner. And I know Almighty Chris through the daycare Discord, and I've been streaming for a couple months now. But it's really, really nice of you all to come in. If you have questions about the game, or me, or anything else, let me know. I feel like I'm a repeatogram, and I ramble a lot, so... but Chris, like I said, hope you had a great stream. Hope your night is going well. And I know you work weekends, so hopefully everything with work has been going smoothly. And I'm going to continue playing the game now. Rolo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
No, you speak with a purpose and to connect, don't sell yourself short. Aw, thank you, honey. Yeah, I know, I feel like sometimes, well, yeah, I ramble on, but I appreciate that. And why is it so hard to take compliments from people? I think that's a lot of people, though. So I appreciate that. Yes, I like to connect, and I ask a lot of questions, and anybody is obviously welcome to answer or not answer. But I appreciate when people tell me about themselves and I get to know them. And then if they come back, then, know little things to ask them and other things we like to talk about. Rolo! Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luka felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
So we're just gonna sleep in the treehouse.
Once again, Luka found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward.
Daddy! Daddy, watch me go! Daddy!
Thank you, RM. I appreciate that.
The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luka stood up and dusted himself off.
How is your evening going? Are you streaming tonight too? I'm just playing, so that's why I've gone silent. Okay. Are you playing the game that I asked you about? Okay. No, you're not streaming?
He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket.
I know, playing Rocket League. Oh, okay, awesome. I remember Rocket League. It's the soccer with the cars.
A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. You made me proud, Buckaroo.
Buckaroo.
Luka turned to face him. Dad, what is this place?
Gonna go back to lurking for a bit. Awesome. Thank you, honey. Enjoy your lurk.
A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luka found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luka's doppelganger stepped forward. That's up to you. Without knowing why, Luka began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real? Luka's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me.
So then there's parts of this game that I'm like, is this like a Pixar movie? Like it's trying to get me in the feels?
Luka turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luka laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo. Luka was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luka sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Chapter 5. Dangers big and small.
Okay, this will be a great place to take a quick break. Let me say my words. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. I'm going to get up and stretch and also grab some more water and some more chocolate milk. Okay, I am back. Took a little bit longer because we have a catio off the guest bedroom of the house, like where the cats can go, so they're enclosed in mesh and they're like elevated, but then the skunk, I guess, was like out by the catio, and so we were trying to get the cats in without making noise to scare the skunk. News, I know that Honey was lurking for a while, so they might not be back for a little bit. But I wanted to let you know that Honey said that they were going to lurk. But I'm back to continue the story. The never-ending story with 1,000 different endings. Hi, I am here. Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Honey, I would have just been going on my Be Right Back screen, so thank you. Takes a village. Oh, thank you so much, Suba. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but skunk, cats out on the catio, didn't want to scare the skunk, trying to get the cats inside, so Indecisive, thanks so much for dropping by. I hope that you're doing well. There's so many things, like, I guess I took for granted when I watch streamers, and I'm like, there's a lot that goes into having things set up and like clicking the right things, and I'm still learning. This is a whole process, like learning all this stuff. Also, let me give you a shouty. I guess, like, there you go. Giving you a shout out too, Suba. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Bayonetta 3. I guess when I asked you what you were playing, I guess I could have just done that and it would show me. Things are still falling into place for me when I when I stream.
Luka stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight.
Oh no, is this Mr. Nuncreed?
Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luka froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Stop right there. Or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 take it easy. Luka, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rolo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rolo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. His random uncles. Where is he? Ha ha ha, uncle. Luka, quit messing around. These animations are so cute too. I know, I love the little hand-drawn, the environments, the characters, these little like diorama rooms and stuff. They're so expressive too. If it really is you, prove it. Flamin' chicken coop, Luka.
Luka's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rolo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. Hey Chris, thanks again for the raid. Hi How's the stream going, man? It's going really well. I I'm enjoying this game. We're just chatting. We've been chatting, talking about movies and Tomb Raider, like the old Tomb Raider games, just kind of everything. But it's going really, really well. So thank you again for the raid. How was your stream? Apex, it was Apex Legends. How's everything going with you? As a person with ADHD, I would say stimming can be more like fidgeting because I have trouble sitting still. I think for autism, it might be more for anxiety, or it just feels good. Okay. Thank you, honey, for sharing your knowledge with us. I appreciate that. It's like it is kind of hard to sit still. All three of those conditions you listed, I don't think it matters as much if it's coming from, unless it is helpful for you to distinguish between the two for your own sense of what you experience. Stream was awesome. I think the stream actually got me affiliate. That's great, Chris. I'm really happy to hear you. I didn't want to ask about that, but I know that you've been working on making affiliate, and fingers are crossed for you. That's awesome. I don't know what else I was going to say, but I'm glad you said that because I was wondering about it myself. So, what? Where did they take you? Dunno, they threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big, look. So there's a phrase called comorbidity. It just basically means that if you have one neurodivergence, you are more likely to have another, so it would make sense if you feel like, okay. Sorry, I was reading these messages, and I didn't want to, like, read everything that are conversations between people, but I was at 2.6, so hopefully this got me to where I need to be. Yeah, I hope so, Chris. I mean, you rated with a party of 6 viewers. I remember spending a lot of time myself, like, reading about what counted as, like, the average viewer. There's a lot of stuff on Reddit that you can read about streaming on Twitch. I don't know how true or accurate all of it is, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of things to say about streaming.
Rolo proudly presented his hands to Luka.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Rolo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luka, why are you so small?
Luka moved to the side and pointed Rolo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rolo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate, Zuba. As I struggle to find my straw. I have these really awesome washable plastic straws that at the bottom they have like a little ring, so if you have it in a cup with a lid, they don't like fly out of the cup, they stay in there. But they make really good stirrers too. I have my glass of chocolate milk, this limoncello water, and regular water. I like to have options all the time whenever I have drinks. Coffee, water, tea. Usually in the mornings it's just tea, hot tea and some water. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. Oh my god, I always have like 3 beverages. Today I had a Capri Sun, Propel, and regular water for my stream. I think I think I saw you with the Capri Sun. Because I was like, I haven't had a Capri Sun in so long. Yeah, my coworkers and I used to joke about like where I was gonna put my drinks because we all shared one office at one of my jobs many years ago, and this is like I drank so much soda at that job. Like there's a Quick Trip, which is like a gas station. It's a gas station, but it also has, you know, like soda fountains. And there was one like right in front of in the parking lot where the strip mall we worked in. So we're like, I'm going to go get a Dr. Pepper. I'm going to get another Dr. Pepper. My friend and his girlfriend always have them. So I was like, I need to start buying Capri Sun because I am an adult and I can't. Exactly. You can do whatever you want. Oh man, I might have to buy some now this week. I don't know if anybody else remember Squeeze-Its. They were like Kool-Aid in these plastic bottles that you can squeeze. I loved those as a kid. Soda is so addicting. It is. That's why. Well, I left that job and we moved and I worked in the JCPenney like distribution warehouse. So my position was called a picker, and so I'd like pick orders for like online stuff. And so I was like driving around with a cart, like picking things for people's orders to put them on a conveyor belt because it had to be done. Like that job was like awesome for like the physical aspect of it. Thank you, Chris, for the check-in. But like I just drank water all the time because they had like, you know, water, thankfully, stations throughout this whole gigantic warehouse. And then I went to work at a bank in the mortgage center, and I never really drank coffee, but in front of my cubicle was the coffee maker, and it's like, it smells so good. I want to drink coffee. And then I started drinking coffee. Not that, you know, that's bad or anything, but it was just like strange, my evolution of things that I drink. And then with my last job, I was stressed out a lot, which I think a lot of people are at their jobs. So it's like, I don't need the coffee to like it seemed to just exacerbate like my anxiousness sometimes. Like if I had a lot of customer calls and like, you know, meetings and stuff, I was like, I don't need the coffee today because it's just gonna add to that. So then I switched to hot tea. Coffee can totally increase anxiety. Yeah. So like on the weekends, the reason I have coffee is because my friend just came to visit, and a lot of my friends drink coffee. So I'm like, I'll have coffee for my friends, and then they go back home, and now I have leftover coffee. But I think I drank the rest of it today. So like on the weekends, coffee's cool, but like during the work week, I don't like the way it makes me feel. And I also am the type of person, like if I have it's not just 1 cup of coffee, it's like 3 cups of coffee. And that's my cat, but that, too much. So it's like with the British breakfast tea, Earl Grey, green tea, and lots of water. So there you go. Welcome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about what I drink in the mornings. But yeah, the heart pounding anxiousness with the coffee, I was like, I don't want this anymore. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Char Talk. Yes, thank you for coming to the Char Talk. Yep, that's I appreciate that. That makes me laugh. I admire for having such a full journey for your drinks. Thank you, News. And now here I am with my chocolate milk too, and it's chocolate almond milk. It's delicious. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. It's not just a glass of chocolate milk. It's a story, honey. It is a story. And I also love that your name is Honey, because I love calling people Honey. Honey, it is a story. I love the little beep boops for Luka's voice. I do too. It's not quite Simlish, and I was like, there was another game I recently played where they had like the little boop, 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 noises for their voices. Honey, you got a big storm coming. Fix it. This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luka, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. Oh no, I know, I was like thinking about the storm. I was like, Suba, it looks like we had rain pretty much all week last week. Like every day. I was like, am I back in Seattle? No, it's an old meme. Me and Honey are both like, what storms are coming? What do you do? Are you a weather person? Free avocado. Free avocado. I think it's in the new Batten Down the Hatches. That makes me think of Little Mermaid. Hurricanes are coming. I love storms though, actually. I grew up in Kansas, so like tornado, sirens, like used to it. Storms, rain. Yeah, I enjoy a good rain. I kind of would be a storm chaser if I had a better car. You know what, honey? Strangely enough, I'm not on Facebook very much, but I still have my Facebook account. One of my parents' neighbors, I guess, is my Facebook friend, and he is a storm chaser. So, I was like, I'd love to, like, I would love to do, like, a ride along on a storm chase. Like, can I just, like, be in the back of the car? I'll hold a camera. I got snatched. I know we're snatched. People go. She got snatched. Waist is snatched. That would be so fun. Yeah, I know. I would think so, too. Like, I will make food and beverages for everybody. I would expect to see clips, right? That would be my Twitch stream, is me chasing storms. But I don't know. Like, anytime the tornado sirens would go off, or if there was a tornado warning, I would get the cats and, like, our vacuum and laptops and, like, these figurine collections that I have, and I would take them to the basement, and my husband would be outside, like, looking for the tornado with all of the neighbors. And I was like, no, don't do that. But they all did. Everybody wants to see what's gonna happen. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger, ha!
Rolo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I have been thinking about having a little podcast on my YouTube channel about gaming, but maybe also other things, because I love to chat and to learn. It would be cool to interview a storm chaser. Yes, I 100% support this. I would love to support your podcast, listen to it. I'd love to hear you interview a storm chaser. That would be fun. Have you done a podcast before, honey? Or been a part of a podcast? You better be a guest. Well, yes. I love to be a guest. I love to chat as well, as you all have now witnessed. I'll take them all on. Hey fellas, what's up? So this is Beck, the new kid in town.
With a yelp, Rolo dove behind Luka.
Ah, take cover. Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. What's with Beck's like little... Beck doesn't usually have a beanie on, or a skull cap or whatever. But I appreciate that her ears can stick up through her cap. I have been a part of a podcast when I was a librarian. I also took an audio editing class for my theater undergrad, but I think I would try a video podcast moment, which would be a little new for me. Okay. That's what I was reading about Beck, if she's been sneaking around. I don't think I knew that you were a librarian. That, like, in my mind, like, being a librarian is like one of my dream jobs. So when we moved to Kansas City years and years ago, I was like, are there, like, how do I work at the library? And it was like, I could be a page, but then you had to have, like, your Master of Science. I think it was a Master of Science in library science to, like, work, like, to have, like, an actual, I would say, like, a job that pays, like, you'd be able to, like, live off of the pay. But I love books. I love bookstores. There's already 2 bookstores here in the town we moved to. So it's like, I can't open the bookstore like I'm in a Hallmark movie. That's awesome about your audio editing class, honey. I used to do a podcast with one of my best friends we would watch paranormal documentaries and review them and like laugh about them, and she did all the editing, and then I did editing once or twice, and I was like, this is hard. You would be a great librarian. I started as a page and worked my way up. Yes, that's, I didn't have my master's of library science, but it's super rare to get employed in libraries without it, so I felt very lucky. Yeah, that was like the thing. So that's awesome. I would love an episode about you talking about your experiences, or maybe next time I catch one of your streams, I'll be like, please tell me a little bit about you, your experience. Oh, you could open up a cute cozy cat cafe. So honey, that was one of the things my husband and I thought we were going to do when we moved here. We moved here the month before we got here. A cat cafe opened in the town that's next to us, and then like Asheville, which is like the cool hipstery fun city in one of the fun cities, they have like 3 opening. So we're like, okay, back to the drawing board. Oh, I love that. So you have some podcast experience. Yeah, I do. I actually have a podcast, the microphone that we use to podcast. I call it my podcast microphone. But I use this headset with this. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Chris. I'm just gabbing away. So yeah, I got to do that podcast, and then we did that we started in 2018, and then I moved in 2019, and I think I did it for about a year and a half. Do you still make that podcast? I don't still make the podcast. It was called Mysterious AF. We are really derailing from the plot of Beacon Pines right now. Sorry, everybody. I'm just so excited to talk about all these fun topics. And this game is Mysterious AF. Ooh, such a good podcast name. We were trying really hard to come up with something. Okay, I'm gonna plunge this plot forward a little bit. I didn't know where else to go. You need to add the chatty tag to your Twitch tags. Honey, I almost did that because I saw it on your stream, and I was like, that's a perfect tag. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm not as chatty, but then if people are obviously wanting to engage, yes, I will chat up a storm. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? I would listen to it immediately if you had a podcast. I know, that's what I'm saying, honey. I'm going to listen to your podcast. No. This is my buddy Rolo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. Beck is reading us for filth, honey. See, Luka, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rolo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rolo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rolo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yup.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Y'all can help me connect with potential guests. I will probably start by interviewing my streamer friends and go from there. That's a great place to start, honey. I just like started picturing your podcast and everything. So if you have any question, well, you did a podcast. I was like, if you want any feedback about anything, let me know. Feedback, or if you just want like a sounding board or anything, I'm here. Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. That's right, so Beck got splashed with the chemical that ages you, so part of her hair turned like this gray streak. Ooh, I would love to connect with you about your experience. I was just on someone, so I know less. Maybe we can do a little Discord call sometime. Yeah, absolutely, honey. I can't remember if we are friends on Discord yet, but my Discord name is the same as my... It's Runner1226, so you are more than welcome to friend me and send me messages if we haven't already. Why am I blanking out on this right now? But so she dyed her hair with her chemistry set? What? Okay. Just need to play it cool. And hope no one notices. Notices what? So this is Beck's other mom. Alana. Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? Yes, Beck has two moms. Love the representation in this game. Mom immediately notices, right? I know, she's like, got a spider sense. I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Ilona. Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. I'm still here just cooking a quick breakfast dinner snack. Thanks, Chris. I hope... Oh, yeah. I'm curious about your snack. I'm like imagining a fried egg or like the egg in the hole. I love breakfast for dinner. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is. Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. A little bacon egg sandwich. Ooh, that sounds delicious, actually. I'm not even hungry, but that sounds really good, Chris. Living vicariously through your bacon egg sandwich. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. This is where I live, banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Oh my god, Beck. Wow. Drag her. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
Okay, y'all, it's been so fun, but I need to be disciplined and get some sleep. Yes, sleep hygiene. Thanks for the chats. Thank you for chatting, honey. It's so great to talk with you and connect with you. I'm glad I got to see you today. I hope you have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams. I will see you soon. Their mom is albino, I think. You know what? She might be someone new. News. She's got the... She's like the albino... Like the white rats with like the pink eyes. I know moving is hard, honey. But that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Okay, so couldn't she just buy a wig? Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Good night, Moon. I mean, her fur is all white and her eyes are red, classic sign of albinoism in animals. That's what I was thinking, News. Good classification. Sorry. I'm struggling with figuring out the words to say tonight, it seems like. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Yes, everybody, if you feel free to engage with each other and follow each other. I've gotten to watch most of you stream if you stream, so and I enjoy spending time with each of you. Great. Can we get back to the story now? This next part is the important bit. I had this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Oh yeah, this is her, like, super strong, jazzed up radio. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Okay. I need to start timing my bathroom breaks so that way I just go when the ads come on. Or like I said, I might be onto something with like running ads every hour. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know, News. Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Medwell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. I'm imagining him like, excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor. Her work must be complete before the festival. I'll make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline. And rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they say loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone. Capital murder.
Luka gave Rolo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Or what the shell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luka, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her. Rescue mission, yes!
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome mat for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rolo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. He's so excited. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6.
Ooh.
The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work.
They plan fast.
Before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pull every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luka, Beck, and Rolo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rolo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new...
He waved vaguely at Rolo's sizable figure.
circumstance? Bah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Alona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you going to persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff, okay. Alright, we have our objectives. We just like stayed the night in the treehouse. Did our grandma not notice? I feel like we should go see if our grandma's home. Grandmama. Okay, she's not outside. Her secret lair is covered up in this story branch. Grandmama?
Luka glanced at the now he wasn't sure what.
Okay, nothing new there. I was just trying to find more of the charms. In case we need more choices. I guess she's not really our grandma, she's our mom. But I don't think we know that in this timeline. Freedom! Okay, so we're gonna go find Jeff, who's probably hanging outside of his shop. Undaunted, he shook his head. Over? No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction, but can he really pull through? I don't know, lady. We'll see. Do you have anything new to say? No? What about Dawn? She's so cute, snoozing. Jan! You ever wondered why an agricultural company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards, they say they're just trying to make us happy. Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction. So true. Griffin, I think, is that lizard's name. I always like to check back with the characters and to see if they have something new to say. Hey Jeff. That's literally what we said. Hey Jeff. What can I do ya for? Well, I know how much you hate perennial harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So, we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Hee hee! You see, I knew you kids were all right. Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But, give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luka blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh man, we have so many options to choose from. Crooked. Gah, they're all crooks. Like cockroaches. Stamp one out and another comes scurrying along to take its place.
Luka wasn't ready to give up. He shouted out.
Fight. I've done enough fighting for one lifetime, or more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Shit. Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Hee hee. Junk. Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than a king has copper. Ain't interest. Is it really this last one? Hide? Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luka carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour grub should cover it. Put it on my tab?
Luka offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Okay, so we've got Jeff and his crate to help us, and apparently disguises. Now where is that little turd Iggy? Probably not in the library. I wonder if he's out in the woods. There you are. Hey, Tish, look who it is. Luka, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda hard, you know? Hard? Yeah, well, life's always hard. Get over it, we ain't interested. Oh gosh, okay, so this is like having to...
Knew they'd meet, he tried again. Iggy gave a reluctant... Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here, so it's like a trial and error about which words to use. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things, even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luka Van Horn. I'm impressed. And after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see our crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luka was off.
Okay, great. Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Well, that's so cute. She usually only just says yup.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive.
Okay, I'm gonna go for maybe 15 to 20 more minutes before I read out to somebody. Just FYI for whoever's still here. It is late.
A good heist requires
so good.
preparation. And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luka that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end. And Rolo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rolo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
Is it though?
Rolo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rolo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rolo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rolo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rolo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rolo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yup. Suck on this, perennial ham fist. What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rolo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Okay, okay. Phew. That was close. Oh. Our harvest awaits? Hey, I figure. When in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rolo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck. In case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Was there anything in this crate? Okay, we're not gonna head to the reception. Is this movable? Okay, this is a maze. A hallway to nowhere? What's going on here? Is this some sort of mind game? It's a great question, Rolo. Another? Okay, I was like, is this another hallway to nowhere? Am I going in circles? Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luka? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rolo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luka happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luka tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luka smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Trish whacked it. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
I am so happy about the writing in this game. It's so good. I agree, News.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
I honestly don't know what's going to happen, and I appreciate that about this game. And the characters, and the music, I'm impressed. I'm really happy. Because there's other games I've backed on Kickstarter that I played for a little bit and then I put down and I haven't gone back to. But I'm sticking with this one. How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luka switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rolo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked number 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luka pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
Easy as pie. How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rolo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luka quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rolo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango. Doors open. Luka, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luka, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luka scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Oh no, it's an alarm. Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we've got company. Luka, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go. Great, I know, that's what I'm saying, Noose. Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luka. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Aw, man. No water cups. Rolo! Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there. After them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist Slap Kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the shell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempest liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. Okay, it looks like ads are about to start. I'm going to take another quick break. I will be right back. News, did that work out okay? I ran the ads when I got up, so hopefully there aren't some running now that I'm back and you're here, or anybody else here too. I'm here. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm slowly figuring. Mine ended, so you're good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I was like, I'll just start doing that when I run to the restroom. It's good to get up and take a movement break, so thank you both for your feedback. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Man, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. I just... like, now. Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luka, we've got Dr. Medwill heading your way now. Roger that. Be careful. I'm very thankful that these parents, like, actually listen to their children. I feel like there's so much media where, like, no one listens to the kids. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What was that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system. Time card logs. Payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luka tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Alright, where's the key? Can we not look at this picture of him throwing darts at his son's picture? Looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luka held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. I was just trying to see if there's anything else to interact with before I interact with Solomon. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo? Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me, I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. That's who's gonna let them in. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Medwill, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha! Yes, now you've got it. Tempus liquimine, you discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Medwell, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Dr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of the...
Before he could finish, Rolo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rolo casually tossed the vial to Luka.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luka jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Luka! Over here. Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luka, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Okay, this is a perfect time to end. We're trapped in the founder's office. I'm so sleepy, but I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much to Grizz for the raid. Thank you, Chris, for the raid. Honey, Aurum, News, Indecisive. Thank you all for being here and for chatting. Suba, it was nice to meet you. I hope to catch one of your streams soon. I was looking back through the chat to see y'all. I'm trying not to miss anybody. But it's been great chatting as always. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. No, thank you for streaming. Well, you are such a part of the stream, and chatting with you makes it so much more enjoyable. So I appreciate you and your kindness. I say it every time, but just so you know. But sleep well, sweet dreams. I'm going to raid out to somebody. I was trying to remember who I raided to recently. It was, oh, I went to see you, Aurum, the other night. We can go see Aunt Jenny. We'll go visit her for a bit. So stick around if you want to. I'm going to say hello and brush my teeth and get ready for bed because I'm sleepy. But again, thank you all for being here. Have a lovely rest of your evening and a wonderful Monday. I'll be back tomorrow evening. So until then, take care of yourselves. And I will see you then.